it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, throw me a subscribe. All right. Tier 7 VZ44-1. You will be getting a couple of videos of this. As I said in my after action on the 100 battle challenge with this thing, which I recently finished. I actually had a really good run with it in the last 20 battles or so. A lot of really good games, I thought, anyway. So here we are on Live Oaks, and we're headed towards the tracks. I consider that to be kind of the critical terrain in this map, but opening up the aperture of the critical terrain idea, I've been getting more and more, obviously, paying attention to the rest of the map and abandoning the critical terrain if it's going badly. Now, the problem with that over here on this map is once you commit in a relatively slow tank like this to the south here, you're probably in trouble. And I would say, generally, I wish I hadn't pushed down here. Like, if I didn't know anything else about this particular match, and somebody just showed me this snippet, my advice to them would be, well, don't go there. There's nobody supporting you, relatively. Now, I do actually have a 122 and a Charioteer, all right? But I think most of you will look at this and go, well, Guido, and I would agree with you, at this point, it's probably not enough to hold this if they get real serious about pushing it. Well, there's the rub, isn't it? Do they get serious? And you don't know until you get engaged with them, and then it's too late. So there is certainly an argument here of just plain old don't do this. Now, that being said, if you find yourself in this situation right here, you're still going to go down here, there's certainly no reason to go up and over into this pit and let them tear you apart where your support can't help you. The Brosk is like, screw this, I'm out of here, dude, you need to run. Well, I can't, right? I'm not going to get away. I won't get far enough down here to get away and not get shot in the buttocks and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this back end right here. I thought about it, by the way, and I went, I can't do it. I'm like, too late. Too late, all right? So what we're going to do then is we're going to hold this. And I will tell you that this position right here, provided you have enough support, I wish maybe there was a little more, but there's a Burr, there's a Charioteer, although he's out in the open right now, and there's a 122-44. I'd really like to see one of those other TDs over there. In fact, I think the Scorpion is repositioning, so he is. Scorpion sees it happening, so we'll come here and we'll just pop that guy. And now from here, the video at the end of this, I called it You're Welcome, right? The good news is they haven't completely taken this flank and they are not pushing into our cap, and they will not do so because I'm going to do a decent job of holding this, and I'm going to gather myself a significant amount of spotting and actually damage here. So the T-20's moved up. I don't actually know what's coming right now because all I've seen is the T-20 and there was a T-69 spotted. So I'm like, all right, so what's going to happen here? Worst case, I hold out for a while at this point and I duel a couple mediums and we'll see how it goes, right? Oh boy, the Caernarvon's here. All right, that's not great because he's got a really good turret. And if I'm not careful over here, he'll figure out a way to start picking at me and potentially whittle me down and kill me before I can get enough of them damaged. In fact, an IS-2 has entered the fray, and at this point I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks I'm going to have to worry about. Good news is, though, I've got a lot of sniperinos. So I want to get shots on guys, and unfortunately he gets a piece, but we get him dead. So what I want to do is I want to stay low enough here in this terrain that it makes it difficult for these guys to shoot me, and if they want to shoot me, they have to come up and over and get shots. My problem right now is this dude has such good gun depression, I'm going to have a hard time kind of keeping him from shooting me. So I stay low here, and he's going to have a hard time. Then I see the IS-2 coming in, so we'll just get kind of lucky there. That's fine, I'll take it. Pop him in the turret. He's using the train right there. Just FYI, that does work to some extent. The problem is these guys over here can sneak shots into you underneath the trains or in between some of these. So be real careful. This looks like a great spot, but it isn't. Maybe as good as you might think. And now I've got a Kari. So I've got a significant amount of guys. But I also need to keep them lit. So if people are going to sit up here, like the Kari might be thinking about doing, or sit back a little bit further, I need to keep them lit so my sniperinos back there have shots, okay? The play between that is popping up, lighting them, but not eating a bunch of shots, right? All I did was light the IS-2 on that one, so that's unfortunate. And a lot of times I'll kind of do a little rocking back and forth and just, all right, there we go. There's some guys. Nice. We'll take that. I like it. Can't quite get a shot on him, but we miss. Even though I didn't have a shot on him, I didn't have a shot on him. And there's the E25. He's trying to sit back there. Let's see if we can sneak one on that guy. No, he gets a little low. And here comes the Caernarvon again. Now this guy knows what's up, right? He's figured it out. He knows that if I stay here, they're either stuffed and they're going to have to turn around and go back, or they're going to get whittled down by all the guys slapping them. So I think this is where he just comes in at me. Yeah, he does. So I try to track him, put some good hits on him. The T69, I get a bounce off him. I'm trying to avoid getting gunned down by that guy. He goes by me like, oh, okay, can't ram him. Let's try to keep this freaking T69, and thank goodness, right? A couple bounces there, and I actually survive it at 392, okay? No super heroic, gameplay from Guido claim here. I just try to keep rocking a little bit, try to put the front armor to him, stay alive as much as possible so these guys can get as many shots in as they can. And I'm up to 19 damage and 1,702, and I survived that with 392 hit points. And really, what a great example of what I talk about, where their aggressive players pushed into a bunch of snipers and basically wrecked their team's chance of winning, right? They just kept poking. They knew they were getting spotted. They just kept doing it, and we whittled them down. A bunch of snipers in the back crushed a push, and all of a sudden they're down 6-3, and they're hating life, and we have won the other flank. Find the E25. I really wish I'd actually killed him there. I should have aimed better to kill that dude off. That was just a little bit of a rush shot. My concern was the Kari coming up, because I'm a one-shot to that guy, right? Kari like 500 alpha or some such thing. All he has to do is whisper in my direction. More than likely, he's going to pin and kill me off. So he's the big one I'm worried about. I don't want him to get up and over and get aimed in so that when I pop up, he gets a shot. I did get spotted by something that I didn't see. That was a bit disappointing right there. We've got guys pushing in. Notice what's going on over here. The Barask is pushing in on the T29, giving him hell. There's a IS-2 over there. I think he actually dies here pretty quickly too, because he's trying to work around the inside. That's something you'll see in this position. Guys get frustrated. They try to come around the other way. There goes the IS-2. He dies. So I'm just looking for this Kari, anyone else who might be here. How do I find these dudes and kill them off here? Push on up. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, nice shot right in the side. Nope, we're going to miss. Right into the ground. All right, the E25. There's another guy that kind of knows what's up. He's going to come right at me right here, and I believe this is the end of me. Gets a nice shot. I'm going to go let him go by and see if we can't get one shot. Can we get one before he kills me? Just one. There we go. And I can't quite get away. My buddies aren't able to kill him until right as he gets me dead, unfortunately. 2,327, 2,295 assist, and 540 blocked. And like I said, calling this one, you're welcome, right? Somebody had to do it, and I was able to stay alive just long enough to kind of ruin their push. And if you're wondering about how, you hold right there, and I think it's obvious to a lot of people. You've seen it, you've tried to push it yourself, but that's a good example of how to do that. Spot, but don't overcommit so you don't lose all your hit points. So once you get lower, then people will start thinking about pushing you. The longer you have hit points, or a lot of hit points, the less likely they are to push in there and try to take you down. I was able to survive the one with some great help from my sniper friends back there, and then the other one couldn't quite get there, but we've already mauled them enough that this is pretty much over, and we do end up winning this one pretty easily. That's all I've got for today, guys. Team, you're welcome. It wasn't just me. Obviously, the heavies had a nice day over in the north. They kicked some ass. The sniperinos kicked some ass, shredding these guys. Nicely done all around by the team. That is all I've got for today. We will see ya.